Hey, welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Hope you are still diamond handing, even though those diamond hands might be getting a little dirty and a little bit muddy in the because we're playing in the dirt, and it's kind of rough out there. Here, look, one of the things that I have to say, because we continue to see in a lot of the stock market here this continued sort of bleed. One of the things that I have been noticing is the fall of at least the vast majority of stocks has slowed. That is, things are still kind of trending in that negative direction. Many stocks have not hit the lows that we have seen at the beginning of March. And we've really just been sort of trading these minus one, up 2-3%, minus one, minus one. And we're still trending in somewhat that negative direction, but that resistance is going up. It's harder for the stocks to fall faster, at least more broadly, right? Like it's harder for Neo to go from 35 to 25 than it is for Neo to go from 65 to 45, right? It's harder for Tesla to go from 600 to 530 as it is for Tesla to go from 800 to 650. So the resistance, as the resistance level goes up, in some case we get a little bit more insulation, and the more that resistance level goes up, the more I like to think, okay, this is where I want to be buying. Like once that resistance level gets to max, where it's like, okay, it's harder for the market to fall. We need more of a catalyst. We need more than just rates going up for the market to really actually move. That's when I like buying as much as you can. And look, I get it. When we have these extended sell-off periods, you do your buying as much as you can the first the first few weeks, and then you get to that stage where it's like, okay, well, now you gotta diamond hand it, whether you're at a similar price or whether things have gotten a little bit lower. In the long run, it doesn't really matter. In the short run, you just gotta go make as much money as freaking possible to dump it all in. That's what I keep suggesting, and I recommend that as much as possible. Is, hey, take that extra shift. Now's the time to get the Benjis and throw them in, compared to when the market's soaring. It's almost better when the market's soaring. It's just like, I'm gonna take my vacation time now. I mean, not to say that you shouldn't always want to try to maximize what you can invest, but just some thoughts. So let's take a look at what's going on in the marketplace here. All righty, so look at this. This was funny. Well, not really funny because it sucks for Canoe, but and I mean, of this whole discussion, most stocks are around that 1% to 2% range today. But Canoe, we watched this yesterday live. Yesterday we watched the earnings come out live, or we talked about the earnings live at least. Let me move myself here. And we're like, yeah, we're not really expecting Canoe to have revenues. It's just like a financial statement, financial release. There was no surprise that they were going to have any revenues. Well, apparently, the market, not yesterday, but today, decided, oh, Canoe has no revenues. And now it's down 18% on the fact that they have no revenues. It's like, we knew that yesterday, so why are you just picking up on that today? Market can be a little slow, can be a little funny sometimes, especially with the smaller stocks. Saw that with Upstart too. So we did just hit a 14-month high on the 10-year as well, which we'll pull up the yields in a moment. But let's see where we stand. So we got SOS down 15%. Clever, otherwise, Clever and Zom down about 4%. And we got Lee Auto, 3%. And then we really get to this 2.5-2% range here. EXPI, NGA, Fisker. We got some of the Chargers, Enphase, Etsy over here, that 1.5 to 1.75 region. Tesla 1.5, Palantir 1.5, kind of that slow bleed, right? Slow bleed of a level. Nothing like extreme here. 1 to 2%, certainly trending in that down direction again. And here's Apple again, sitting right at 120. It's like a rubber band. Thing just does not move off 120. You've got Neo, same place. Churchill, same place. I mean, this is like the same story over and over. Except right now it's obviously trending slightly down with these constant negative 1-2%. Costs, Yelp leading the charge here on green, both up about 6.5%. GameStop not making a very solid play here, but up 4%. a little loose here on the candlesticks. Then we do have some miscellaneous recovery stocks that are up between 1/4 to 3/4%, including Nordstrom. Nordstrom's, we got Wells Fargo in here, Carnival, Airbnb, and so on. Let's go watch Airbnb. They did really well during the pandemic. But anyway, let's listen to the opening bell.
Get it, but I don't know if I would want to scare them the way it was done yesterday. It was highly emotional,
right?
Not clinical.
I think that's a good point, Jim. There's the opening bell and the S&P at the bottom of your screen. I know this morning, Jim, as of today, in New York City, you can get it if you're 30 years old or older. And as of next Tuesday, you'll be able to get it if you're 16 years old or older. I know I get my first dose on Friday, so it does feel like it's starting to move.
Yeah, look, I think there is going to be the glut that Dr. Topol talked about on Mad Money. Such a great follow, by the way, Eric Topol, and know him from Cleveland Clinic and then from Scripps. You just look, they're making a lot of vaccines, and we're now getting them at Walgreens and Walmart and CVS, and it's for real. I mean, you're going to get it not just in the mass places, but at the same time, Carl, I think the market is flummoxed. The market doesn't know what to do. I mean, are we in a situation where the fourth wave comes and we're unprepared for it? Are we in a situation where the economy is opening? What do we buy? Are we in a situation which really matters are the interest rates and the fact that there's a shortage? There's a lot of things that are negative. At the same time, the Dow keeps charging higher. And if you get too negative, then you start thinking, well, wait a second. Are we going to be left behind? We don't be left behind if the economy returns to normal and we got all the stimulus and then the infrastructure. It's the different stocks. I mean, I just thought that this American Airlines, the Southwest Air orders, how can you not want to own Boeing? Europe is starting to do much better. I don't know. I don't want to get too negative, Carl, even though I think that I was, like many people, gripped by the head of CDC, Walensky, Dr. Walensky, just making me feel like we're back in the stand situation. And you just really,
I don't know what did you all think about the CDC director yesterday? I mean, a little bit, it seemed almost a little over. I mean, look, I don't want to ever say that there's anything wrong with people being more cautious, right? But I feel like, was this a little over dramatic?
We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared. I know what it's like as a physician.
The lights went dark in that moment too.
Gowned, gloved, masked, shielded. And to be the last person to touch someone else's loved one because their loved one couldn't be there. I know what it's like when you're the physician, when you're the healthcare provider, and you're worried that you don't have the resources to take care of the patients in front of you.
All right. So, Jim, your point about the market being flummoxed sort of makes sense.
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I get the warning, but a little bit, it almost felt a little, maybe a little too dramatic, too severe. And sometimes when, if you get somebody in a position like that, that's a little too dramatic, sometimes it can have the opposite effect. People kind of just like, really? I don't know. Again, I'm not saying taking precautions is a bad thing. It's just, the delivery, like if that's to me sounded like a little bit of like an April of 2020 kind of delivery, right? Like we're going into the summer, like second wave fears. I don't know. But anyway, let's take a look at the sticks here. So Canoe, definitely getting smashed here. Again, after that earnings yesterday, I was actually surprised it was up like 2%. I'm like, really? Like maybe it's up because of the R&D, but like, they had no earnings. There was no earnings report, but we didn't expect that either. So I don't know what the market was thinking. I don't know. Not in that one, but yeah. Anyway, that makes Canoe pretty dang cheap right now. Arcimoto, look at that. Probably Arcimoto getting a little bit of side damage here from the Canoe sell-off. Mostly because Arcimoto is also really pushing to maximize their production facilities, opening up a new production line that they can really copy and paste more. The current line that they have, they can't really copy and paste. Yeah, MP Materials, look at this, down again. And they smashed earnings. It was almost like MP Materials reported earnings, killed it, and then since then just sold off. Is at least what it feels like. Let's zoom out a little bit here. But then again, things have been pretty volatile here. But yeah, it's been kind of straight down since earnings. All right, so what else do we have here? Lots of these 2% really becoming 3% here and 4%. It's almost like everything's selling off an extra 1% now that the market's open, because we are getting some red candlesticks going down. Lots of red candlesticks. Lots of red. Lots of red. Activision's under 100. When was the last time they were under 100? Okay, yeah, over in December. Okay. Yeah, everything's really selling off that January bump. Yeah, okay, look at this. Roblox down. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. Tesla down 2% again, 2.5% again. Everything's really pushed down an extra 1% on top of the 1.5% that we had on pre-market. So it's kind of like pre-market's like, yeah, we're setting the stage. We're going down 1.5%. And the market's like, hold my beer. We're going down 2.5%. Oh, man. Wow. Hyliion, Affirm, Tesla, Opendoor, Twilio, Sundial, Unity, Cloudflare, Palantir down 3%. All these other guys down at least 2.5%. Lemonade is about to cross $80 a share. Bargains. Oh, it's so juicy. Roblox down at $65. Nikola, Beyond Meat. Oh, Beyond Meat. Where's Beyond Meat? Oh my gosh, 124. Come on, what do I say? What do I keep saying? 120, baby. 120. Touch 120 so we can buy a little bit. Redfin, Dropbox, FRX, all just 1.5% off here. Etsy, Nike, Qualcomm, Airbnb, all of them just burning up over here. Are the greens staying green? Cost is maintaining its green. It's running again, kind of like it was yesterday. Yelp dropped a little bit. GameStop's struggling again. Yeah, that doesn't look too great. Look at that Bitcoin. Bitcoin just running in the opposite direction here of this dip. Bitcoin now at approximately $59,000. You've got Spirit Airlines and ChargePoint up 2%. It's so weird. The ChargePoint is over here on this side, which is great. I mean, that's wonderful. You've got Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Cheesecake Factory, JP Morgan, GM, Gap, Delta Airlines, Dave & Buster's. These are the guys all up 1 to 2%. It's that recovery sector is just not moving down. It's a wonderful sort of almost hedge against. Well, I mean, it is against what tech is doing. Let's look at Carnival here over the last bit here. So I mean, okay, so we're off highs as well, even at Carnival, right? Yeah, so let's zoom out here and comment on this. So obviously we ran up since the election, and we ran really, really hot here, the entire market, up to about $30 on Carnival. Now it's at about 25. So still great, but yeah, it has sold off a bit too. American, same thing. Delta, there we go. Yeah, same thing, but still very, very good relative to where we were in, or certainly what's going on with tech. I mean, tech lines are like straight down here. Okay, there we go. GameStop's now trying to put it together. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting a little bit of movement here on the GameStop. All right, good. Let's listen to this for a moment.
This one was poorly timed. We don't need this right now.
Oh, ArcX.
We don't.
Jim Cramer slamming her.
Well, it's too high. John Deere, Carl. I don't know. Well, I mean, you know, when I look at what's going on in the market, again, I come back to there are stocks that are just unbelievably good, and they tend to be stocks that react well when interest rates are going up. And then there's these stocks that are just so bad, and the younger people tend to be in the stocks that are so bad. I continue to see that when you look at what's going higher, you've got a lot of the entertainment stocks up, because I think that's just the fallout that maybe we're behind. We're done with the Archegos failure. I shouldn't say failure, because they're still around and some people want to give them money. But the one that I'm most fascinated by, Carl, is GameStop. I mean, once again, GameStop adds an Amazon executive to the team. Elliot Wilkie, don't know the person, chief growth officer, but the people they are adding, if you want a dream team.
Let's pull up the ArcX here. It is interesting that Jim's not very happy about ArcX, saying this is not the right time for ArcX. Okay, let's take a peek here. Look at this. ArcX actually down 6%, leading losses here. It's probably just because it just opened. Because I don't think. I mean, can it be that the underlying I don't think the underlying are getting hit that hard, are they? I mean, let's look at like Trimble. Oh, see, Trimble's up. Their biggest holding is up 2.6%. Lockheed's flat. What's it? Kratos. There we go. Kratos Defense. That's up 3.6%. Well, some of their bigger holdings are up. What's another one? Teradyne was in there. That's up about 1/3%. Boeing's in there. Well, a lot of their holdings are doing fine. It's just the initial debut of the ETF is not so superb. But it's also a rough time, like Jim mentioned. It's a time of stocks getting sold, times of lots of paper handing, times of lots and lots of pain. Where's our House of Pain thing? We haven't had that in a while. I feel like the weekend went by and we lost our soundboard. We need it back. Just it helps us a little bit. Understand what kind of house we're in.
The House of Pain.
There we go. Terminator ETF. I think people try to mess with me. Like somebody's like Tesla 530. No, not quite yet. We're in the fives, but we're not at 530. The resistance level goes up, but it has been a ride. Let's look at RK. RK is at RK is down 1.2%. ARC-G Genomics is down 1.8%. Let's look at the zoom out here for a moment. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Let's zoom out. Okay, so what are we on? So, okay, yeah, we really hit our peak on genomics at 115 mid-Feb. And since then, it's just been straight down. What is that? That's got to be a good 30%. Let's draw the box. Box, please. Rectangle. Here we go. Yep, that's 37%. Ouch. It's a big old drop. Investing in ArcX requires pricing in space war. Sorry, that's hilarious. Investing in ArcX requires pricing in space wars and Mars travel. How am I supposed to be able to do that in 2021? Pass for now. Yeah. I don't horribly disagree that there's a lot of future priced into this one. A lot. It's really the companies dedicated to space or that are in here have like 10% of their book of business from that right now. Excuse me. All right. So what else? Palantir. PayPal launches checkout with crypto. Oh, that's smart. Oh, that's really good if that's true. Let's see. Someone is dumping a lot of stock across the board, selling off a ton. Seems either like manipulation or covering big losses. Yeah, probably. I mean, the hedgies have way more margin than retail buyers do. Which is sucks for them. But let's see. PayPal checkout with crypto. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Reuters. PayPal launches crypto checkout service. PayPal Holdings will announce later today. Well, it sounds like it already has announced that it has started allowing U.S. consumers to use their crypto. Okay, well, so the app will work then. I got it. Will allow users to use their cryptocurrency holdings to pay millions of online merchants globally, a move that could significantly boost the use of digital assets everywhere. Wow, which coins can we use? Customers who hold Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin in PayPal digital wallets will now be able to convert their holdings into fiat currencies at checkout to make purchases. Oh, so it gets converted and then you check out. Ah, interesting. Okay. Will be available to 29 million merchants in the coming months. I mean, it's an interesting way for merchants to be able to essentially say, yeah, we take PayPal crypto, you know. Smart. It's a good announcement. Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, someone's tired of the House of Pain. Yeah, no kidding. Nobody wants to be in the House of Pain. We can't control how long we get to stay in it, though. It's like a mirror house. We're trying to get out of it. Same thing every day.
Get out. With respect to boons, they're up a half a dozen basis points. So you may say, well, half a dozen, 6 basis points isn't all that much. It certainly is when you start at minus 32 and you move to minus 26. As you see on that 1 week chart of boons, they really are moving. And really, that's the story here. You can have any thoughts you want about where we are in the COVID scenario, but globally, the U.S. is head and shoulders above, and it's really starting to show in the marketplace, you know, between antivirals, therapeutics, vaccines. The market's getting pretty excited about this reopening trade, and it's trying to calibrate it with some of the negatives on the global side of the same trade. And it isn't easy, but one place you're seeing it show up is in the euro currency. Everybody's saying, wow, look at that dollar. Best level since November. And I've been dollar friendly for the last 3 months. But really, this latest move isn't necessarily dollar strength. It's euro weakness. Look at this chart starting in October last year. You can clearly see what I mean. Jim and Carl, back to you.
Take a look, by the way, at the 10-year. 10-year has exploded over the last 2 days. Exploded. We went as high as 1.74 previously on March 19th. Things settled down and then blew up again here. We went as high as 1.76, which is a level we have not seen in over 14 months. Yeah, look at Arcimoto follow the House of Pain of Canoe over here, as probably investors are selling off Arcimotos because of the lack of Dalahalas. But Canoe is just getting wrecked here, absolutely wrecked on those no earnings. And again, it's no surprise the company had no earnings. They're not selling anything. How are you supposed to have earnings when they're not selling anything? Yeah, well, whatever. Naked is down 666. Upstart. Oh, Upstart's actually selling down. Whoa. This has been like the golden child of trading here the last few weeks. Now down 6.5%, along with MP Materials down almost 6%. This is a good move to the downside here. NGA at 16. It's pretty cheap. Let's see here. Clover Health. I don't know. That one seems really cheap relative to what it used to be. I don't know. I haven't bought this one. Let's zoom out here. How much has this thing sold off? Let's zoom out here and find out. Whoa. It was at 1745. I mean, this thing's almost down 70%. That's an insane drop. Wow. Wow. That's just a lot. No, that was bad. Oh well. You don't get quality voice accents when the market's down. I can't afford them. Roblox is down 3.58%. You know, sometimes there's a funny way to get real estate deals when the stock market's falling. So you get people like, oh, I gotta sell my real estate because the market's falling. And it depends if your sellers are investing in stocks or not. But yeah, look at that. Tesla's almost down 3%. Almost 3%. It is literally like somebody is coming out and causing a train wreck. Oh. Yeah. Okay, what else? Oh, Lemonade almost under 80. Almost there. We've almost made it. Peloton. Peloton's down 2.9% as well. Everything's just down. C3 AI, Aurora Cannabis, AMD, Virgin Galactic, Moderna, Twilio, all of these guys. Pain. Let's see here. Cannabis ETF down a little bit as well. Shift just broke 8. DocuSign's under 200. There you go. I like DocuSign under 200. Let's see when DocuSign was last really under 200. All right, let's see. All right, let's pull it down. Let's see here. So yeah, see, look, it's been over 200 regularly throughout most of this run over here. Though there were some periods like over here, it was in the 180s. This was back in July. So look at that. You're getting July pricing, with the exception of this dip right here. You're getting July pricing. That's kooky. Wow, July pricing on DocuSign? That's crazy. Wow. Why? I mean, it's not like you got to ask yourself, does DocuSign have any fewer customers? Did like a bunch of people all of a sudden cancel their DocuSign subscriptions? No. Voyager's up again, which, remember, if you want to get $25 for free with Voyager, go to metkevin.com/Voyager and get interest on your Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, up to like 21 different cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I mean, so I'm still diving into all the crypto lending world, trying to understand it better. I've some concerns, but I haven't taken my money out of collecting some interest out of like the BlockFis and the Voyagers. Let's pop in over here. What do we got? Robinhood Traders Effect.
Just getting rocked. Just rocked. But they
Although
were big.
that sort of, for some, it remains a long-term bullish narrative. This idea that institutions have not run into those epicenter names that you talk about because they're so wedded to long-term growth in FANG, for example, but that once they make that turn, that's going to be an explosive move as well.
Well, look, I happen to think that the Robinhood people, I don't want to say they're here to stay, because some of them have already reached the stage of acceptance in terms of their grief. But there are there's a lot of capital and get the stimulus checks, but they have to be a little more circumspect about the good names. I mean, there's just a lot of people. A lot of these people do not have an appetite for loss. And when they're riding high, it was terrific. But now they really got to hunker down, Carl. A lot of them are in stocks. They're in the Twilios and they're in the DoorDashes and they're in the Zooms. And I'm not saying those are forever out of favor, but I am saying that right now you're really being gaffed. You do feel like a bluefish that's been caught. You're kind of flopping around in the boat there.
Dow's down about 117. We're back after a break.
The athlete. Know what happened to SN11? Did the thing land? SN. Or did it blow up? Oh no, it blew up. Here we go. So this launched this morning under like massive clouds. SpaceX Starship prototype crashes during landing attempt after another clean, uncrewed launch. The SpaceX prototype. Yeah, I couldn't even see this. At least the crater is in the right place. Okay. Yeah, it was too foggy for video. Yeah, at least the crater is in the right place. Oh my gosh. Looks like engine number 2 had issues on ascent. Didn't reach operating chamber pressure during landing burn, but in theory, it wasn't needed. Something significant happened shortly after landing burn start. Should know what it was once we examine the bits later today. Yep. Well, that's part of practice. It's all part of practice. I'll tell you what else is kind of like picking up pieces: the stock market. You know, SN11 and Elon Musk's rocket ships are basically the personification of the stock market. It's like the rocket, and then the free fall, and then, oh, wait, we're not going to go that low, are we? We're not going to go that low. Okay, we went that low. That's pretty bad. But then again, the market is pretty crazy too. So with the exception of, again, Voyager Digital. Look at that. Voyager Digital up 10% today. I mean, if that doesn't make you want to go to metkevin.com/Voyager and get a free $25 as a thank you, well, I don't know what will. But anyway, Bitcoin really holding up very well here. Bitcoin sort of on a nice run here. We did have a dip to about 53.5, but at roughly 59,000 right now. API is actually up today. Out of all of tech, API is up 3.7%. But then again, they're pretty darn cheap right here at $48. It's a bargain relative to where it has been. XBang is actually up. Penn National Gaming back to almost 199. Let's zoom out here. Let's look at Penn. Yeah. Let's see. Fog. Whiskey in the morning? That'd be crazy. 142 is how high we went to Penn. It's a pretty good sell. By the way, I drew my box upside down on Genomic, Arc Genomic. So it's, I don't think it was as high of a fall. Hold on, let's see here. I do want to pull this here, Penn. Oh, Weeble, behave, will you? I guess this is the perfect spot to say while I try to. Oh, stop! That's not what I wanted to do. This drawing this box is impossible. If you also want to have issues drawing boxes like this, make sure to go to metkevin.com/Weeble, and you too can have big lag issues trying to get the box to actually stick. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen on the day chart there. Whatever. It was at 140. Now it's at 98. Okay. Let's try one more time. No box. Oh, there we go. Hey, we did it. We did it. Oh, stick. There we go. All right. Where'd the data go? Oh, it's being very bizarre today. Okay. All right. I give up. I give up. I'm not trying it. I don't care anymore. There. Okay. Went from that spot to that spot. There. That's what you get. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Speaking of the House of Pain, though, Arkimoto down even more right now. Look at that. Arkimoto is like in free fall. Yeah. No, don't make fun of my box drawing, okay? It's I tell you, it doesn't let you do anything right here. Like I'm not clicking. There we go. Now we got it. There we go. You got to have the little dots come up. Got it. Now it's working. Perfect. Got a box. I think that's, they also have an update released, but the problem is every time I open up the Weeble, I just put the update away. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should actually do the update. Credit Suisse. Let's see what Suisse is doing. Down 3 point. Oh yeah, nice sell-off over here. Let's see. Draw a rocket and we're going to, oh, we should do that. Well, let's go to Tesla. Okay, Tesla's kind of holding over here. So far we have not followed our W, but we can still catch up to our W. So, since the W has not started yet, we could just do something like there we go. We'll start in the after hours here. Oh no, not trend line. I just want to vertical line. That works. Okay. And something like that. Oh wait, no, that's not what we want. No, I don't want to delete all drawings. I just want to delete that one. There we go. Okay. We got this. Vertical ray trend line. Can I just do a trend line? Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's so bizarre today. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right. I am going to blame Mac on this because this is pretty embarrassing. Like, I do not suck at moving the mouse that bad. It is just so sticky to these random things. Click. Okay. I'm done. It will not let us draw a rocket ship. We are banned from drawing a rocket ship. Okay, sorry.
And just beware that you should call your accountant because it could be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. One thing we didn't get to this hour, Jim, was the discussion about a rise in corporate income tax, whether or not finance is going to impose new taxes to help pay for infrastructure, although there seems to be some resistance among some of the moderate Dems.
Yes, I mean Senator Manchin is running the country. You keep reading that over and over again. But
I just think by running the country, it's still funny that the the Republicans are trying to convert him to be a full-on Republican. Manchin running the country. I mean, it's true. All you need is one Democrat to say no right now. It's pretty crazy. We should look at top news stories too and see what the suits are reading. So very interesting though. We do have that run on API, 4.5% on API. Not bad. Let's see here. Costs, SunPower, Yelp, API. Yeah, GameStop, it just had a very soft opening, brief run moment there. And it's not even loading here. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, I had a brief run moment and sold that off almost right away. Really incredible. Yeah, pound. What's Rope? ROPE. Let's see. Roper Tech. Where'd it go? I don't even know what this is. ROP. This looks like it seems like a very low volume over here. I don't know what this one is. Anywho, look at Churchill Capital. It's actually almost flat on the day. It's not selling off like all of the other automakers, like the Palantir or the Tesla. I mean, these are some pretty cheap prices here. Oh, they're so juicy. Oh, man. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to go in there and just fix some more. Oh, what is this?
You should be looking at. And if you look at present situation, 110, another huge number, takes you all the way back to March of 20 to find the comp, although that comp was 166. But still, that is the next comp if you look for the next largest level. And finally, expectations. What may lie ahead? 109.6. Just to show you how powerful that is. You know what the previous read is? 90.8. So 109 and change is just a powerful number. And all of these numbers, of course, are pre-COVID or at COVID. That last number, well, I only have enough numbers here to go back to January 2020. Didn't think it was going to be that strong. This is bigger than any of those numbers. So watch rates, pay particularly close attention to 2.45 and 30s. 30s are a little tired today. That's the intra-day high you want to watch because that's the current high yield close. Morgan, back to you.
Pent up demand. There it is. Rick Santelli, thank you.
Well, that'll be great for the whole inflation woes. Oh no, consumer confidence is way up, so everybody's going to go out and spend more dollars. I wonder, why don't they do like a stock market confidence thing? It'd probably be negative.
Missed opportunity.
I got another pun for you. Everyone on Wall Street is always looking for seven figures, and that's true for some forecasters.
I guess unless you call it the VIX.
Job support buoyed by surging high-frequency data. Some economists think this could be a million jobs march. Data from Homebase. They track employment at 60,000 businesses and 1 million hourly employees. Show hours worked rising nearly 9% compared to January. Number of employees on staff rising by nearly 7%. Meanwhile, the number of businesses opened rose just about 2%. So the job growth is coming from existing businesses at this point. Ray Sands, the VP of Data for Homebase, tells me we're seeing job creation and economic activity significantly higher than you would expect during this time of year. While the high-frequency data has done a good job pointing the way to upside and downside surprises, a little tougher to use it to pinpoint an exact number. But it's a big part of the reason that several economists predict 1 million jobs or more in the Friday report, compared to the average estimate, by the way, on the street is 675,000. Diane Swank, she relies on other data, also in the million jobs camp. She writes, ramping up vaccinations, lifting restrictions on indoor venues, and reopening schools for in-person learning with combined with spring break are expected to have boosted employment during the month. The home-based data show job growth, well, pretty much in the places you'd expect it if it was related to reopenings. Restaurants and bars, hospitality, entertainment, they're leading the way. Home repair, it's been a stalwart of the pandemic, also seems to be picking up now. Other data supports the call for
everything blowing up, except for tech. Tech and really EV. EV's gotten hurt pretty hard. I mean, look at Arcimoto, basically free falling, trying to almost keep pace with Canoe, which is down 25.6%. This was a stock that had sat around 15 forever. It could never rubber band off 15. Obviously, in the last few days, it sold off to like 11, and then it got slapped with another 25% here as the market realized like 24 hours late that, oh, wait a minute, their earnings report is no earnings. Oh, Voyager Digital just went down. Look at that. All of a sudden, Voyager Digital just went to, wait, where'd it go? Is it just that volatile, or where'd it go? I don't know where it went. But now Voyager Digital is down rather than up. What a bizarro market. That's crazy. That one was up. Now it's not. Xpeng, though, on the other hand, look at this. A rally at Xpeng. This is the most weird, bizarro market I have seen. It's just like, what? So something's up 10%, then it's not. Then all of a sudden, like, the autos are down, but Xpeng's winning. Whatever. Let's pull up Bloomberg TV 2 in a moment here.
Officially, I think they're at 650K. What do you think? Are you in a seven-figure camp?
Well, whether
They're
it's
just talking about job numbers.
900,000, it doesn't really matter. I think the bottom line is everything for March and probably for the second quarter, everything is coming together.
Its highest level in quite some time. So that's really helping the banks.
Oh, I have two windows open.
There's a bit of weather effect going into all of this. So this is, for a short period of time anyway, a boom time. And again, whether it is 900,000 or a million doesn't really change anything.
And then meantime, Gabriella, we got yields, which we've talked about all morning long. I see Quarles on the tape this morning saying that under the new Fed framework, it's not the time to jump the gun, as he says, on tightening. I guess my question would be, what happened to the idea that by the time it showed up in the data, it was already too late for the Fed? Does that no longer work?
Inflation being priced in here. Now, all of this is positive right now. It's certainly helping the stock market, not so much today, but overall this reflationary idea. But Alex, you've made this point before. If we go into the Bloomberg terminal and we take a look at what's happening for bonds, this is the worst quarter for bonds in quite some time. And this, of course, because as yields rise, it's telling you bonds are selling off. And there it is in spades.
All right, great setup. Really appreciate it, Bloomberg's Abigail Doolittle. Another top story that we're looking at is
worst quarter since the 80s.
Fund blow up since the 90s. Banks worldwide now assessing damage from the capital of Archegos Capital. The latest, Japan's biggest lender, Mitsubishi Financial, warning of potential losses. So yesterday we spoke with Bank of America Vice Chairman Keith Banks on the hit to the financial system.
It does reinforce there's risk out there. You've got to know the firms you're dealing with. You have to understand the leverage that they're utilizing to do their business strategy.
All right, joining us now, Shonali Bassick, a Bloomberg Wall Street correspondent. Okay, Shonali, today, now 72 hours later, where are we here? What kind of losses are we looking at?
So state of play, you look at Morgan Stanley on one hand, Morgan Stanley really recovering a lot of its losses we saw yesterday, Goldman jumping back well above what it lost yesterday in the stock market, Credit Suisse, Nomura, MUFJ, like you said, there could be anywhere from hundreds of millions of dollars with losses to billions of dollars worth of losses. So the questions begin. What were they offering Archegos? What price were they offering it
We
at?
made a video about this yesterday, but I just want to point this out here. I think Kevin here actually has a really good point. So Kevin here makes this mention that it's from billionaire short sellers shorting bonds. So y'all know, obviously, what happened with GameStop, right? The big old short squeeze. In an interesting way, it almost makes you wonder if something like that could happen to bonds. If bonds get too heavily shorted, because you got people like Ray Dalio, like, no, sell bonds, get out of bonds, and you basically have people shorting bonds or making bets that bond values are going to go down. That drives yields up rapidly. So bunch of people short, prices go down, yields go up. But if we get a short squeeze in bonds, literally the opposite could happen. Yields could plummet just as fast as prices go up on bonds pretty fast. That would be interesting if that could happen, which could happen.
Big tug of war between the SEC and the CFTC that will this really get done at the end of the day. There's also international regulators at play here, especially when it comes to the big global banks, the Japanese banks, the Swiss banks, right, that are big players in this arena. At the end of the day, we'll see whether it gets done. Gary Gensler, as we know, was in charge of the CFTC, and now he'll be heading the SEC. So there's a better chance now than ever.
Joined up thinking. Shanali, thank you very much indeed. Bloomberg Shanali Basak on what comes next after the Archegos story maybe fades a little bit, but has a long tail. Coming up, the reopening trade is back in full force. US 10-year yields.
Yeah, we should fight the suits and just buy a bunch of bonds.
Wells Fargo Securities head
is, let's call it 3-4 months behind the US in vaccinations and reopenings, but it's coming. And if you're a long-term investor, it's worth making the positioning change now for what's to come in the quarters ahead. So we would be overweight international versus the US, especially Europe, Japan, and with a bit more selectivity within emerging markets. And what we find is actually clients are absolutely not positioned for that. There's still the need to double the international exposure given the US outperformance over the past decade.
Krishna, last question. I wonder if you agree. And if you do, how do you convince or how do you calm investors' nerves when you get headlines like we've gotten the past few days out of Brazil and Turkey?
Yeah, so I think international markets from a valuation perspective are certainly far more interesting. Having said that, I think
I'm going to just pause for a moment here because I want to take a look at the charts here. Looks like we got a little bit of a recovery going on here. So Shift kind of bouncing off its bottom here. I wonder how everybody else is doing here. Yeah, Lemonade bouncing off its bottom as well. Nvidia stable. Virgin Galactic slight bounce. Palantir also bouncing off its bottom here. So you got a little bit of a bounce here. Let's see here. Does Tesla sell bonds? Oh, that's funny. Wait, let's play the short squeeze. Let's go. Tesla's back at 600. So it looks like we have hit at least a bottom in the day. And did I put puts on CS? What's CS? Counter-Strike? Like CSGO? Credit Suisse? No, I'm not gonna short Credit Suisse. So what? So what? They lost some money. They could join the party. I just lost lots of money. Oh, man. I messed up the way I was sleeping yesterday. I blame Jack and Max. Oh, it's exhausting. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at ARC X here. Definitely a sell-off on debut. Looks like we had the open here around a high of 2043, and we've kind of traded straight, not really straight down, but down, right? So down about 6%. Arcimoto, not as low as it was, rebounding a little bit here. Canoe is not rebounding. Canoe is just still going down. We've got Tesla's only at 1.66% now in terms of a loss. But we do have a bunch of other losers before we get to Tesla here. MP Materials, though, recovering, and so is Upstart. So we are kind of bouncing off those lows of the day there, which is nice to see. Luminar selling down again. I wonder how low has Luminar gone here. Let's go Neo. Let's see here. All right. So Luminar ran up to 47. Sat around 30 to 40. Pretty low now. It's still above these. But anyway, yeah, I think we need to reiterate here. Let's see if I can remember how to do this correctly.
Oh, man. Your boy Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you.
We always need the reminder to make sure that we get out there and...
Here we go. Come on. Push it. Buying the dip. Buying the dip.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Kevin, please create a loser portfolio. I want to buy your losers. I don't have losers. I have only winners. That's it. Everything I buy is a winner. What the market thinks of the share price, that might be a different story. But I only buy winners. I got lots of winners. What's Enphase doing? And Lemonade hit 80.94 and bounced. Come on. It had to. We needed to get that to 79. I would have bought. Wow. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. What do we got here? Enphase. Nice kind of straight up, so it opened lower. It's trying to recover here. Trimble sold off a little bit here. Okay, Neo's got a nice little recovery here. There we go. That's nice. Good recovery. Good. API is up about 6%. Look at this. Churchill Capital at 22 coming back. That's very exciting. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay. What else do we have here? So Baidu's bouncing back off the massive sell-off. Jeez, man. How low did we go? Oh my God. Oh no, okay. Oh, sorry. This is January of 2021. That's not that exciting. For some reason, I thought that said 2020. I'm like, oh man, that's a real low. But yeah, no. That's not that bad. Listen to that song on surround sound. Very inspirational. Yeah. No, I mean, look, the song's awesome. Love it. It just hopefully just reminds you that you don't have to sell. You don't have to sell into this garbage. You know, you don't have to be part of that system. Who watched, who knows Lonely Island? What was it? Threw It to the Ground. I don't want your hand out. Threw it to, where was the part where part of the system? There was part of the song where he says something about the system. Not part of that system. I don't remember. Well, anyway, that was a good one. Like a boss. That's another good one. Anywho, getting distracted here. Let's listen to some more of this Hedgie get burned here.
Huang also reportedly ran a heavily concentrated book with names like Viacom, CBS, Discovery, a group of Chinese internet companies.
Yeah, so somebody here says that there was a video about how dividend stocks did really well. The only reason dividend stocks did so phenomenally, some of them, over the last 9 months is because 9 months ago was the bottom of the market for recovery stocks that had dividends. You know? So it's like a recovery play, right? Yeah. So, I mean, look, the returns over the last, in 2020, we have to be very kind of skeptical of those returns. And there are a lot of folks snapshotting returns from 2020 going, oh, genius, because 2020. Well, no, a lot of people did well in 2020. If you threw a dart and you did well in 2020.
It goes this risk appetite. It's already raising questions about things like transparency, about the siloed prime brokerage system, and regulations governing family offices, guys.
So many questions. Stick around, Leslie, because we're going to want to talk to you about that a little bit more. Bill Huang maintained a low
I'm not party
investing. The questions now rising about a mystery charity as well. Our Robert Frank has more on that.
This isn't my dad. It's a cell
Morgan
phone.
Huang's charity called the Grace and Mercy Foundation has about $500 million in assets. That makes it one of the 100 largest foundations in the country, yet it is almost unknown in the broader charity world. Now, the foundations...
Okay, hold on, we're going to back off charity here for a second. Not that charity isn't important, but Neo just made an agreement with Germany or something. Really? Neo Stock Germany. Deutschland. Anything in der Deutschland. Neo looks to expand EV charging infrastructure in partnership with Germany's Metro. A Benzinga article. All right, let's see what we got. Neo has agreed to partner with German retail giant Metro AG. What do they do? Does anybody know what Metro AG does? I have no idea what they do. Metro AG operates a business membership-only cash and carry stores. Oh, it's a store. It's a general store. What is this, like RuneScape? You still call things a general store? Okay. I mean, I guess it kind of is like a Walmart-esque. It does look a little Walmart-esque. Metro. I don't know, why have I never heard of Metro? Are they not? Let's see here. Let's see. Germany and Metro. Metro. Okay, well, it's just not gonna. What is this? Stupid. It's like what? What's the point of searching in Germany if it's just gonna bounce you back? That doesn't make any sense at all. Bounce you right back to California. Stupid. All right. Oh, and anyway, strategic partnership with the Chinese arm of Metro. Oh, part of the deal. The two companies will deepen cooperation in charging and battery swap infrastructure. Oh, that's cool. Under the deal, NIO will build charging stations and battery swap stations in some malls of Metro China. Oh, okay. So this is happening not in Germany, but in China, at the Chinese arm of a German company. Okay, I got you. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate that. Yeah, getting a virus looking at foreign websites. All right, what do we got over here?
Time that Credit Suisse and Nomura have to disclose that they.
Oh, sorry.
Economic expansion continue, albeit not at quite such a punchy pace.
Well, that is truly the multi-trillion-dollar question. And I wish I had a crystal ball and could absolutely forecast, but my inclination is that we are going to see a prolonged period of very robust recovery, particularly on the consumer side of things. Me personally, I am ready to go out, have some fun, see my friends, go on some good trips, take my daughter to France. That's what she's been asking for. So, we'll have to book a trip. And I think that given how much cash is on the sidelines, the amount of time that it's going to take to spend down that cash, the pace and the magnitude of it is really going to drive at least a intermediate term period of above trend growth for the U.S.
All I know is if people got a bunch of cash on the sidelines, why are they not watching this live stream and buying the freaking dip? Okay, that's all I want to know, because I ain't got lots of cash on the sidelines. I got lots of tendies in the oven. That's what I got. I have oven tendies. So back off my oven tendies. And anytime I get a tweet where people are like, Kevin, you're going to take your tendies out of the oven even though they're uncooked? Like, no, I ain't paper handing. I'm a diamond hand waiting for my tendies to bake. That's it. I can be patient. You got to let the oven preheat. Then you got to bake them. It takes time. When you're hungry, this is why you got to turn the oven on before you're hungry. But, right now we're hungry and we got the oven on. Take some time. It's not that big of a deal. It's normal. I gotta let the oven heat.
Early, or you want to be in the first part of that, and they weren't. And so, on Credit Suisse and Nomura, was it the fact that they didn't have as large an equity sales force and equity franchise in the U.S. to offload these huge blocks, and that was why they were more reluctant to sell? Were there other reasons, or was it just the failure of the risk management? I don't know. What we do know is what we could see, out in public, and it seems as though that they had a failing of risk management here.
Robert Frank, I want to bring you back into this conversation. I mean, tremendous amount of wealth amassed for this family office, and within a matter of days, so much of it obliterated as well, or erased. I'm seeing numbers anywhere from 20 billion to 30 billion to 50 billion. Do we know yet? Do we have a sense of just how large the holdings were overall for this family office and how much has actually been lost?
They said 10 bill leveraged up to 30.
We don't. And part of the reason is that
they think it's more now.
Got an exemption back in 2010 as part of Dodd-Frank to not file with the SEC.
Yeah, we know that they didn't have to file. No, the reason they think it might be more is because they may have said, hey, look, we've got 10 billion in assets, but they may have told that to like 3 or 4 different banks and then basically been able to leverage up at each of those different banks. So they could have easily gone to, $50-60 billion in assets in leverage. And the banks were really collateralizing the same money that the other bank was collateralizing. So it's kind of like you go shopping for a home, and instead of writing an offer on one home, you write an offer on 5 homes, and you're using the same $10,000 down payment as show money to buy each of them, except you actually close the deals. And then when the real estate market starts falling, the banks are like, wait a minute, you use the same down payment at 5 different banks. And the dudes are like, not my problem, your problem. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Risk management failure. Yeah. All right. Let's see. America's. Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of greed on Wall Street. We think 20% margin is like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of margin. Get on Wall Street. Look at the margin they use on Wall Street. You want to know bad margin? You go on Wall Street. That's bad margin. That's like, oh my God, what's happening? Wait, where is it?
Oh man, your boy Kevin just lost lots of money.
You know what we need? We need the what's happening one. What's happening? Yeah, that one. That's what we need. Why we don't have that in here? You know, we just have giddy up, horsey. And let's go. Look at ARCX is now officially down 7% on the day. We've got Canoe almost down 30%. Matterport, whoa, Matterport's got a 12 in the front. Oh man, it's so juicy. It's so juicy. Man, I might have to do some buying. This is, oh no, Kevin, stop. Oh, but it's so juicy. Oh, it's all so low. Oh man. Let's see what the cheapies are here. Let's take some notes. All right. Let's see here. While I do that,
Here we go. Come on. Push it. Buying the dip. Buying the dip.
okay. Let's write this down. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's going on. All right, kids. Canoe, Archimoto, down lots of money. Upstart, still too expensive, over $100. I won't touch Upstart until all of the euphoria is gone. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing with my accents right now. But when it comes to stonks, we would like to go shopping. All right, so folks, it's Black Friday. Now we have been released upon Walmart. Oh wow, Ubiquity's selling off again. Good. That might give me another opportunity to buy it. It's still a little too expensive for me to buy it at these prices. Oh wow, Tattoo Chef at $18.40. You know, if that got under 18, that's where that starts getting ridiculously cheap. Under 18. 18.30, 18.26. That's pretty cheap. Wow, EXPI at 41. I mean, that's like 82. So yeah, okay, 82. That's still a decent price. Voyager Digital. I don't want to add to it at this level. If it fell down below 20 again, I'd pick up a bunch again. Very good food company, Peloton. Peloton at 102. Peloton does have a downside risk down to 80, but Peloton's a sleeping giant, folks. That Precor, ooh. Oh, now Matterport's over that number again. Dang it! I should have bought it. I saw that 12, and now all of a sudden it's green candlesticking. And so is what's happening? Come on! I just wanted to go buy stuff under 600, and now all of a sudden green candlesticks. This is now it's just rude. Like seriously, this is what happens when you go to take out paper. It's a joke. It's a joke. Joseph. This is a joke. Wow, we hit 1, 2, 3 on Beyond Meat. That's getting close. I'm gonna write that down. All right, let's see here. Okay. Lemonade's pretty freaking close too. Wow, some of these are so cheap. As much as I would love to buy some cheap options right now, because I have margin outstanding, I'm actually not buying options. Instead, I'm buying shares because the shares do help you buffer your margin, right? As long as you're not going out on margin, as long as you're transferring money in and then using that money to buy, they do help buffer your margin. Oh, man. Let's see here. Tesla. Yeah. Oh, so juicy. But all of a sudden, they're green candlesticking again. Yeah, darn. Yeah. C3AI, Sundial, Unity. Where's Unity been? Unity at 93. Well, that's not as low as it has been. Yeah, see, it went down to 86 down at the beginning of the month. But it's still pretty dang low. I mean, look at that. What was IPO? IPO day was a close of 71. Oh, okay, so it was 85. Yeah, all right. So we're still above. We're still kind of like October pricing here at Unity. That's pretty cheap, though. Unity, pretty dang cheap. It's another one. C3AI has just been a fire sale. I mean, that's rough. I mean, look at that. It's a brutal free fall at C3AI. I think one of the reasons I think C3 AI is selling off like this is potentially because I think people blindly blot without conviction. And because potentially people have no freaking idea what C3 AI actually does. I don't have a full grasp on what C3 AI does. One of the reasons I haven't bought it. And that's an easy way to paper hand a stock, is if you don't know what the company does and you're buying it because it's going up and then it starts going down, you're like pretty much a guaranteed paper hander. You know, you really gotta know. You gotta know. They're gonna know. Isn't that that's like one of the TikToks? They're gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. God. Oh no. I need that on loop. Although that'll probably get demonetized on YouTube. You could do that on TikTok, not here. Oh man. What else? MP Materials. That's pretty cheap too. Let's see how low has MP Materials gone here. MP Materials. All right, let's scroll back here. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Scroll back here. What do we got? Yeah, MP Materials went up to about $50. And gosh, down to 30 right now. So 30 is the low that we've seen in January. So it's really started running around the election time. So I mean, that could still have some. I mean, it's getting to those support levels, right? That's where it's going. All right, let's see what we got over here. Chats, rents due and don't use margin. Oh yeah. Wait, does Kevin have a TikTok? I have a TikTok. I just don't post on it. Bob Holland, you don't ask how much you lose today. That's a wrong question. Kyle Frank, buy GHVI on this dip. Say the word. I mean, yeah, like, gosh, I mean, if whether there's a 1 and a 2 in the front, I love it. Let me see. I think it's at 13 right now, though. Not that it's bad. Yeah, it's 13. I mean, that's still a great price. If this was $12.90, just for psychological reasons, I would have bought it. But like as soon as I mentioned it, it shot up here. But yeah, no. You can't, Bob. You can't ask how much money someone's losing. I don't look at my portfolio. I don't even mentally calculate that crap. Correct. That's a major reason for AI's downfall. Not enough exciting news surrounding it, but there's no denying it's an attractive price to enter. Totally. Couldn't agree more. FTCH, fire sale oversold on Friday because Hedgie's covering on Archegos. Or is the S silent or not? I hear it pronounced both ways. Oh man. What is it? FTCH. Oh, I don't know what Fartech is. What is this, like Lord Farquaad's stock? If we going back to Shrek days? It's a donkey. It is a big sale. Let's see. We are going back to November levels. Yeah. Back to December. So ARC Space still down about 6.5%. It just makes you wonder though. Should you buy the dip? Do you buy the dip on it or not? Me, well, if you want to know if I'm buying ARC X, watch the video I posted on it. So just type into YouTube, Meet Kevin ARC X. Oh man, I really screwed up my back the way I slept yesterday. Oh, it's painful. Ow. Okay. Oh well. Nobody's gonna know. Okay, 602 with Tesla. So recovering. We are recovering. Markets are recovering here on the day. API is still trending up. Bitcoin still can't cross 59, but it's trying to. Blink up, Trimble up, Paradigm up, Enphase up. Yeah, but they've been kind of recovering here most of the day. The House of Pain is now physical pain. Do the standing desk. No more sitting here. Oh God. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Pinterest turned green today. I think it was Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley sold them off, or not sold them off. Lower their price target. It wouldn't surprise me to see a lot of big companies start trying to sell off and lower their price targets to justify why they're selling. That's what they do. These hedge funds, they change their price targets to justify why they're selling to cover all their margin. Jerks. Yeah, Palantir juicy at 20. I could not agree more. Palantir is probably the juiciest out of all of them today. Palantir. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to buy a little bit of Palantir. You need to invert. Oh, an inversion table actually sounds good right now. I would do that. All right. Let's see. Boy. Okay. Okay, one sec. Okay, so I got to figure out how to do this. Because I just, and I send these alerts regularly to course members, but I just sent out an alert because I'm about to buy something right now. Target acquired. It's the one that's having the slowest kind of recovery. I do not know if I actually have money to do this, but it's okay. We're going to try it anyway. 1,400? No, it's got to be what I said. It's got to be what I said. There we go. 1,410 shares of Palantir. Let's go. Palantir, buy the dip, baby. Boom, it went through. Yeah. All right. We are not bankrupt yet. Oh, wait. Did it go through? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's running away from me. Stop it. Stop. No. Just fill, you jerk. This is why I like market orders. It would have filled like 10 cents ago. Ah. Did it fill? No, it's still showing as a buy limit. There we go. Just fill the freaking order. It's not filling. What garbage? I'm throwing my money away here. There we go. Oh gosh, this is why you put market order on. It's trying to save a couple freaking pennies. No, I should have just put it in market order, but no, I didn't. Stupid. Ay. I don't want to be patient because I want to go eat cereal. I don't want to sit here and watch for 5 cents in either direction. I don't care. It's so cheap right now. What are they talking about the Suez? I thought this was old news and over.
Okay. And I know that you've been breaking the cargo records at the port of LA. We're hearing about, and Courtney just touched on this, the congestion, the port congestion, and what that's meant for retailers to be able to get a hold of their inventory. What does the situation look like on the ground? And how quickly are you able to move those containers, move those goods through the port?
Yeah, vessel productivity, Morgan, is up 50%, 50, compared to the pre-surge or pre-pandemic days. Today at the Port of Los Angeles, we have 15 container vessels in port working, but there are 18 at anchor that are waiting to find the berthing rights. Also, what we've noticed is that the container dwell time is much higher than it was pre-pandemic. The time it takes for the importer to pick up their cargo at the port is now over 4 days, but it's off its high of 5 days sitting under dwell. Out on the street, dwell time is a little over 6 days, and it had reached 8 days back in the month of January. So we're asking our importers to pick up the cargo as quickly as they can, deban the products, and return those containers back to the port.
At this stage.
Yeah, okay, boring. Look at this. NEO is actually green. Churchill Capital is up. Whoa. Oh, thank you. Duh just made up the missed limit there. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So look at Churchill Capital just ran 4.3%. We've got running, baby. Let's go. Let's get rocket ships. I want rocket ships again. But here's the problem, folks. We're going to get rocket ships. They're going to come. The rocket ships are going to come. And when the freaking rocket ships come, we're all going to be like, I wish I bought more. That's always what happens. Every dip, when the dip is over, we're like, oh my gosh, things were so cheap 2 weeks ago. Everything was so cheap. I should have just bought. But no, I was so worried. I was so worried 'cause it was all paper hand season. It's all bad. And now it's good. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It happens every time. Every time. I need to have that with that music from Nobody's Gonna Know. The same music, except it's gonna happen. It happens every time. It's gonna happen. It's just the way it is. Whether that starts today or in a month, I don't know. I think April is when we get those rocket ships. We need a baby. That's right. We need a baby soundboard. Because it's. I put it away again. The issue is. Look, why is the market selling off? You got to ask yourself this, okay? And this helps you understand why I'm buying. Why is the market selling off, folks? It's selling off because the weenie baby losers are too high on margin. And they're like, my name's Chamath, and the bank called me and wanted some more liquidity, so I had to sell completely out of a company that I told everybody to buy. So I sold. Yeah. I hope nobody clips that. Sorry. Okay, so anywho, even Canoe is recovering here. Canoe's recovering from the pain of 852 we saw there. We have let's see here. Yeah, we got some recovery here. Arkimoto recovering a little bit. We've got where'd ARC-X go? Or this is recovering a bit. ARC-X. ARC-X is okay, yeah, we're green candlesticking now, folks. Good. We just the last 10 minutes, things started going up again here. Oh, yep. Very nice, very nice. No. I mean, Canoe, honestly, hell, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, I like them enough to buy them at this stupid price. Let's go. Let's get I don't know, let's go 5. I'm gonna get freaking destroyed again here if I do a limit order. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I have money for this. I'm just gonna put it in as a market. Let's go. 5K. Let's go. Boom. 5K shares of Canoe. It's so dippy. Let's do it. All right. 5K of Go EV because why not? No other shares in it, but. All right, I did it. We did it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing is I'm going more into margin. That's what I'm doing. Such an idiot. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be mad later. Oh, but I'm already mad because of my neck. Churchill. Nice run on Churchill today. Yeah, Churchill, 5.4%. Very nice. Don't compare the market with... Somebody's comparing the market to Windows. You know what? You know the video that everybody has to watch. Okay, this is homework. Okay, hold on. Where was it? Installing Windows. Was it Windows Vista? That's the one. Where was it? And it was old. Yeah. This just right here. This one. Oh my gosh. Like, shout out to this guy, okay? This is freaking hilarious. Sorry. We're doing it. We're just going to watch it together. Shout out to this individual from 14 years ago. It doesn't look like you've ever posted again, but hopefully this right here encourages you to come back because you, sir, are hilarious. I don't know why they disliked it, but this is installing Windows Vista back in 14 years ago, okay? 14 years ago. And this is what happens when Microsoft brings out a new product. And it's kind of like how the stock market is right now. So it's really just an allegory, okay? Here we go.
Hey, how you doing? This is Windows Vista. This is the new exciting operating system from Microsoft.
Just a heads up, what he just held up, that like green like rounded box with the CD in it. I remember buying that at Circuit City. Who remembers Circuit City?
I would have loved to have upgraded to it. And you would think with the disc and everything, I would have been able to do that. But I popped it in my machine, and it seems to be incompatible with everything I have in my computer. Now, you're probably saying, his computer's probably old. No, it's brand new. And it just didn't work. I got the blue screen of death numerous times. And I'm going to see if I can load it into another machine that I think will be a little more compatible than my computer. First, read the instructions first. There we go. Really? Okay, that sounds easy. How about these? Yeah. Simple. And then, good. All right. After you take care of the instructions, wait for it. Then pull out your disk. Your Windows Vista disk. Look at that. Isn't that nice and shiny and pretty? Like all Microsoft products. Now, load this into your machine. See, it's not even loading well on this machine, is it? Oh, I'll get it to work in this one. There we go. It's loaded. And let's see. Yep, there it is. All ready to use. Wonderful. And that's how you install Windows Vista.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. The sad thing is I remember this 14 years ago. Oh, it's horrible. Oh my gosh. 2007. Oh god. I got the best. Oh, I'll have to log in like that later. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. That's the best. Woo! Oh yeah. All right. Yep. Throwback. So anyway, where were we? Woo! Okay, so Churchill Capital up 6% now. Neo's up 3.5% now. So we are returning. Oh man, I'm passing out. All right. Woo. And I'm getting lightheaded now. Wait, let's just get some more coffee in me. Woo. I think I need sugar, not coffee. All right. Market's rebounding a little bit here. Let's see the losers here. Yeah, even Canoe's rebounding. Barely. But I mean, that one's got a little bit of a way to go. ARCA, the space fund, recovering here a little bit. Arcimoto's recovering a lot, was down 7% there. We have Palantir. Oh, I have to let you know about a deal I made. I made a deal with Lauren. So Lauren wants to make an offer on a house. And I said, if Tesla gets to 750 by the end of April, we can write an offer on that house you want. That was the deal. So now we have Lauren cheerleading Tesla going to 750. And it doesn't even have to stay at 750. I said all it has to do is touch 750. I'm not selling it at 750. It's just, I think if it goes to 750, it'll stay there. But that's the deal. If it touches 750 by the end of April, buying a house. Lauren gets house. Yeah. So that's yeah. Anyway, long Tesla. But anyway, wow, what a swing today, huh? Look at that swing we had here. We just sat through all of this. We sat through the House of Pain, going to 591, and now we're recovering. Maybe this is the start of the W. Let's see. Maybe that's the is that the start of the W? Let's see here. Let's get to the W here. That could be. I mean, it could be This could be the start of the W. We'll see. It has some catching up to do. But folks, if the W holds, okay? If the W holds, we will be at 750. Oh, right. Stupid freaking Weeble here. 750 is, which you can have these pains too. Just go to mettkevin.com/Weeble. Okay, so according to the W, we should be at 750 by April 8th-ish. 707. Yeah. By about April 6th, we should be at about 750 Tesla, according to the W-shaped recovery. Yeah. Science. Almost as good as Windows Vista. Okay, now we're getting a little bit of an initial red candle again, but no worries. It does look like the market is returning at least a little bit, so that's nice. What's does Bloomberg have anything to say here? Let's see what Bloomberg has to say. They're on mute. Just gonna blast us with elevator music. I don't care about that. I'd rather listen to Barney.
To write this rotation into value. But the thing is, we're talking about Plug Power, the Pelotons, the Teladocs, and the Zoom, and the DoorDashes of the world. A lot of those are technology names. However, if you think about it, it's not just tech where this rotation has come out of. So we're looking at Fossil Group, which is a watchmaker, also coming off their 52-week highs. Also, Tupperware brands.
Tupperware
is down 37%.
I remember them.
From their yearly high. You still use them?
Didn't they used to have Tupperware parties?
Yes.
You'd held it in suburban homes or wherever, and off you'd go and you'd buy some Tupperware. And
Place, no?
I have no idea. It's been a while.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that money's gone into value. Money's come out of not just tech names.
Okay, got it. And look, it's almost 10:51. And you know what 10:51 means?
Brian Kilmeade.
Brian Kilmeade. We got one. Here we go. It is now 10:51 officially, and Brian Kilmeade miraculously appears on the screen. I want to talk about Georgia's new voting law.
No.
Democrats call it racist.
No. How about we do not talk about the new voting law?
As a percentage of the revenue of the group. So
Nothing. Everything just went boring. Oh my gosh. What is this?
Better performance.
Yeah, a lot of focus on the modular design aspects of this. I mean, you have said you're looking to get service to 400 flights per year. How does this new generation of spacecraft enable that trajectory?
So part of the design process allowed us to learn from Unity through the testing and say, okay, these are the
boring. I think I'm gonna go eat cereal. I'm getting bored. What we got? Canoe's like bobbing around that negative 20% level. It's fine with me. I do expect it to slowly go back to at least over 12. Could even be a little bit of a swing trade. I don't know. Probably hold it. It's at least probably. I mean, if it hit like, I think if it overshot 15 a good amount, I'd probably dump it. I don't know. We'll see. Surprised Voyager Digital went negative after that green we had this morning. Probably just some initial buy orders and then sold off after that. Arcimoto's not down as much as it was. Wayfair still over 300. Too expensive. Too much money. Not enough money in pocket. Too expensive. Palantir's still down 1%. Trying to recover. Lemonade just never hit that 80. How low did we get? Let's see here. We got 80-31. Man. Quantum's down as well. Let's see. Where's Quantum on this comparison here? So we're somewhere around December pricing on Quantum. Shifts back over 8. Okay, so the market kind of recovered here. Tesla at 612. That's better. Here we go. Just a bad, rough open. Back to normalcy here. Yeah, even Plug Power is recovering. Churchill Capital 5%. Okay, cool. Neo 3%. Yeah, good. Neo 36. That's nuts. All right. Well, I think that's pretty good. Get yourself 2 free stocks with Weeble because you go to mettkevin.com/Weeble, sign up, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. Why not? And yeah, there you have it. Thanks so much for being here, folks. We'll see you in the next one. I don't know where's the end button. There it is. Bye.